Here on the pitch after it finished, Halzone Town 4, Daventry Town 0. Martin Sockett to come out. How pleased with the performance were you?
I think performance-wise, there's some good phases of the game. You know, as I just said to the lads in there, that's blew a few cobwebs off for a few people today who we've not seen out on the pitch for a while, which has been positive. Clean sheet, we scored 4 goals, could have had a few more against a team really that have been battling and scrapping, and it's well documented this week that they've been in all sorts of trouble. So you know, they've done well to get a group of lads out here to put a fight up for 90 minutes.
Yeah, lots full 90 minutes for Jack Redhagen and Greg Mills. Great to see them having a full 90, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they've been knocking on the door, they've been training well. So, you know, they've had the chance today after last week's result. So, you know, we're freshening things up a little bit, and at the end of the day, we've won the game 4-0.
Yeah, and Rich Gregory kicking his heels, obviously would have wanted to start, and then he knocks in a couple just to keep his sights in, really.
It's fantastic for Greg. You know, he's come on, he's applied himself properly, he's done everything you'd expect of him. He's been very professional about it all, and he's scored 2 good goals. Yeah, he's done well.
Yep. Good to see Kieran Morris back, because that injury was a bit of a nasty one, and also Rob Evans named amongst the subs bench. That's good for the rest of the season, isn't it?
100% it is, Steve. Yeah, we're obviously keen to get Kieran on and get some minutes because he's been out for a while. We've got 20-25 minutes into him, which is good. It gives him that confidence again. He's trained the last couple of weeks with us, which is different to match fitness and match time. So he's had a good 20 minutes or so today, and again, done as you'd expect. Yeah, and obviously Rob's coming back. He had the knock a couple of weeks ago, and he trained on Thursday night, and you know he's going to be banging on the door now as well.
Yeah, because sometimes it's not just the physical aspect of the injury, it's the psychological bit as well, isn't it? I think we found that with Jack Redhead and a few others.
Yeah, I mean that was one of the big things with Jack. When you're out a length of time, you've got to get over that mental barrier, and he's took a while to do that, and he's got over it, and you know, we've seen what it's all about today again, haven't we, really? Yeah.
It added an extra dimension with all of them, didn't it? They both grew in the game, and I guess you can't replicate that in training, no matter how much you do it.
Well, it's different, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, when you're in training, you're training with your mates, and you're not going to go in full belt with them. But whereas in a game, and you know you're 1v1 or whatever it may be, and you've got to go in for a 50-50, you know, there's no stopping in that situation. So yeah, definitely.
From a manager's point of view, you would have prepared for Daventry, and then this week's upheaval, it must make it a bit scary, or a bit really interesting seeing a completely different 11 to start with.
It just gives it a completely different complexion to the game, doesn't it, really? Because you know they're on a free hit, hiding into nothing, really, got nothing to lose whatsoever, and they've come out and just worked hard. So yeah, it could have been completely different. They could have had the normal full strength squad out, and you know we'd have known a bit more about what to expect from them, whereas this was a lot of unknowns.
Yeah, and another great aspect to today's game, another big crowd, more than 1,000, and some great banter between the crowd and what turned out to be a brilliant goalkeeper that stopped it from being 7 or 8.
I think he's put, since Craig on the side, I think he's pulled off 4 top draw saves today. Really good saves, and he's kept the score as it was, but that's what they're there for.
Yeah, well, that's what they're there for, and good to have the right banter with the shed end behind it as well.
I think he's got. I mean, our supporters are brilliant. You know, I talk about them in match programmes when we're at home, and you know, every time we have chats, it's always about what a good group of supporters that we've actually got, and there is a definite connection between the players and the fans. It's really good. And
man of the match, Nathan Haywood, another one of those games. It could have been almost anybody, couldn't it?
Yeah, he's been all over the pitch, covered every blade of grass again today. Done a great job, and you know, like I said, it could have been a number of people, and the sponsor picked him out, so fair play.
Yep. So another strong week training, and another good away game against Hinkley next Saturday. I think.
Yeah, you know, we know Hinkley good at home as well, so you know it's not a million miles away. We've got a game on Tuesday night, so we'll go and have a look then, and do preparation on Tuesday, and final preparation on Thursday, and go over there next week, and 9 to go.
9 to go, and another 27 points, and you'll be okay.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Thanks, sir.
No problem. Cheers, Steve.